White supremacy is a growing global threat, and nowhere more than in America. The recent El Paso shooting was not an isolated event, but part of a rise in white racial violence. The hate fueling the ideology is hardly new, but why is it rising?
White supremacy has been on the rise since the 1990s, sparked by anti-immigrant policies and xenophobic actions on both the political left and right in both Europe and the United States. This thing combined with institutionalized Islamophobia, with the 2008 economic crisis, creating this perfect storm in which a range of political entrepreneurs who have been able to exploit white racial resentment and translate that into electoral gains and the normalization of extremist language in everyday political life.
Recent years have seen the 2015 attack on a black church in Charleston, the 2017 car attack in Charlottesville, and in 2018, the shootings at a synagogue in Pittsburgh, and beyond America, attacks at mosques in Christchurch, and then the shooting in El Paso. Trump's failure to call the El Paso attack an act of terrorism has certainly angered many. So how should we be reporting these crimes? If a white supremacist commits mass murder, are they a terrorist?
We do not have a terrorism statute that applies to domestic ideology-inspired extremism. Because those are not associated with a foreign terrorist organization, you can't charge them with a terrorism crime. They can argue that it's very prejudicial to be called a terrorist.
The FBI has seen an increasing number of domestic terrorism-related arrests compared to last year, and confirmed many of those extremists were in fact white supremacists. But in 2019, there's still a cultural misunderstanding of what a terrorist looks like.
Most Americans just equate terrorist, the terrorist label, with Islamist extremist terrorism. And that sort of made sense after 9/11, when we'd come out of the biggest terrorist attack in our history. As that threat has changed, and as we understand now that terrorism is not limited to Islamist extremist terrorism, it's very important for Americans to realize that, not equate terrorist with Islamist extremists or with Muslims.
It seems America has some way to go to understand that the biggest terrorist threat it is facing lies uncomfortably close to home.